Hello students, hope you are doing well. In the last video lecture, we started our fourth chapter, that is business services, and through them we learned first business service as banking and different types of banks. So students, now you have got idea about the bank and you come to know what kind of services are provided to the public as per their needs and requirements by the bank. Today, through this video lecture, we are going to learn different functions of commercial bank. This point, functions of bank, is very important point, and many times question is asked in board exam on this point. So, let us see these functions one by one. The functions of bank can be classified basically as primary functions and secondary functions. First of all, we can discuss these primary functions of bank one by one. These primary functions are further classified as accepting deposits and granting loans. There are different types of deposits. One can choose any one type of deposit and enjoy banking services by depositing money in the bank. Let us see first type of deposit, that is fixed deposit. In this type of deposit, fixed amount is deposited for fixed period of time. The fixed period may be from 30 days to 5 years and more. The depositor gets fixed deposit receipt for this. On this receipt, name of the depositor, date of deposit, date of maturity, amount deposited, etc. are mentioned, and this receipt is duly signed by the authorized person. In case of rate of interest, the bank pays higher rate of interest on fixed deposit. The people having excess income can invest in such deposits. Number 2, recurring deposits. This type of account is operated by salaried people or the people having regular income. In this account, a fixed amount is regularly deposited every month for selected period, that is 12 months, 24 months and likewise. The accumulated amount along with interest can be withdrawn on the maturity. The rate of interest on this account is higher like fixed deposit. The bank provides passbook to its account holder. Number 3, saving deposit. The main aim of saving account is to encourage saving habit amongst the people. Therefore, there are restrictions on the withdrawal limit from this account. The people having regular income like salary and wages, they can open their saving account. The rate of interest is very low as compared to other accounts. Number 4, current account. This current account facility is provided to business firms. No individual can open current account in his name. This current account is specially designed for business firms because in daily transactions many times business firms have to withdraw money from bank. There is no any limit for withdrawal or deposits. The most important feature of this account is that the bank gives overdraft facility to this account, which is very useful for business firms. The primary functions are secondly classified as granting loans and advances. The bank collects money through deposits at lower rates. This money is utilized for lending loans to the public as per their requirements at higher rates. The difference between these interests is the profit of the banks. There are various types of loans and advances. We can learn it one by one. Firstly, loans. Bank grants different types of loans to general public and businessmen as per their requirements. Bank takes security against these loans in form of gold, silver, movable and immovable properties. Customer can withdraw this sanctioned amount in lump sum or in installments. Generally, these loans are sanctioned for a specific period of time and are classified as short-term loan. It is for a period of 1 year. Medium-term loans are for a period of 1 to 5 years. And long-term loans are for a period of more than 5 years to meet capital requirements of the borrower. Secondly, the advances. As we know that the businessman requires funds to meet their day-to-day financial requirements. Bank provides short-term funds credit facility to its customers is known as advances. Bank charges interest on these advances. These advances once again classifies as A. Cash credit. This facility is provided to current account and saving account holders. Under this facility, bank allows the borrower to draw amount up to a certain limit, which limit is sanctioned to the customers. The customer can withdraw this amount as and when required. Interest is charged on actual withdrawal only. B. Overdraft. Overdraft is a credit facility granted by bank to current account holders. A current account holder is allowed to withdraw more than amount of credit balance in his account. It is a temporary arrangement and bank charges interest on it. C. Discounting of bill. In case of bill of exchange, when bank make payment of this bill before maturity, it is called as a discounting of bill. It is beneficial in case of drawer. Bank recover the amount of bill from the drawee. Now, let us discuss the secondary functions of banks. Secondary functions of banks are classified into two groups, that is agency functions and utility functions. First, let us see agency functions. Number 1. Periodic collections and payments. On behalf of their customers, bank collects salary, dividend, interest as well as makes periodic payments like taxes, rent, insurance, bills, etc. as per standing instructions given by the customers. For providing this service, bank charges are applicable. Number 2. Portfolio management. Commercial banks undertake the purchase and sale of different securities such as shares, debentures, etc. on behalf of their customers. This handling of securities is known as portfolio management. Number 3. Fund transfer. With the help of e-banking, commercial bank provide facility to transfer funds from one bank to another. This is more safe facility than carrying cash for depositing another bank. Number 4. Dematerialization. Commercial bank provides demat facility to their customers. The purchase and sale of securities are possible through this demat account, which is controlled by electronic media. Number 5. Forex transactions. Forex transactions means foreign exchange transactions, which refers to purchase and sale of foreign currencies. Commercial bank provides this facility to their customers. Now, let us discuss the utility functions of commercial banks one by one. Number 1. Issue of drafts and checks. Students, in case of any other exams, you have to pay fees by demand draft. For this demand draft, you approach to any bank where you didn't have account with that bank. In such case, you deposit specified cash along with commission and bank issues a demand draft to you. Likewise, depositing and releasing of check, these facilities are provided by the banks. Number 2. Locker facility. Gold ornaments as well as some valuable documents needs safety. They are not safe at home. Bank provides locker facility to their customers. For this locker facility, yearly rent is charged by the bank. Number 3. Project reports. While starting new business or to expand your business or to modernize your business, you require to manage financial and other things. Bank may prepare such project on behalf of their clients, which will be helpful to them to do required procedure. Number 4. Gift checks. Bank issues gift checks or gold coins facility to their account holders or non-account holders, which is useful for them for gifting on occasion of wedding or birthdays, etc. Number 5. Underwriting services. Underwriting services include guarantee by the bank to the company. In case if the company shares are not sold, the bank will take the responsibility of the unsold shares. For these services, bank charges commission. Number 6. Gold related services. Many of commercial banks nowadays are providing gold related services to their clients, which includes buying and selling gold or gold ornaments from customers on large scale, and provides advisory services to its customers in terms of gold funds, gold ETF, that is gold exchange traded fund. These all are the functions of commercial banks. Now, let us see the concept of e-banking services in short. This present era is known as technological era. Nowadays, each and every business activity is concerned with the technology. In case of transport, through online booking facility, GPS facility, they are using electronic media for providing services. In buying and selling, that is trading activity, through online shopping, one can do shopping from his home only. Students, at present, even teaching and learning process is also conducted through electronic media and online classes are going on. Likewise, in case of banking services, nowadays banks provide online banking facility to their customers. Bank provides ATM facility for depositing and withdrawing cash from anywhere for any time. Debit cards and credit cards are provided for cashless transactions. RTGS and NEFT facilitates the fund transfer facility with the help of electronic medias. Bank provides net banking and mobile banking facilities to their customers, which saves time, money and energy. This e-banking is also called as virtual banking. Students, all these are about the functions of bank and the modern banking concept, that is e-banking. Hope you understood it well. Stay home and study from home safely. Thank you.